I am taking you beyond the front door for another hidden gem in Rice County. This morning we are at Lonsdale Country Market. The owner, Mike Wallen, and he has a lot to tell us about his business here. So Mike, established in 1979. I'm guessing you were just a wee little guy back then. So what can you tell us about how Lonsdale Country Market got started?
Well, in 1979, my parents purchased this from the Klein family, and in 1979, I was really little. I'm not going to tell you my age, but I was really little. I grew up working here, and I was a carry-out boy. I was carrying out groceries in the grocery store until 2006. My dad decided that he wanted to turn this place into a meat market. So he owned it as just a meat market from 2006 until 2017. And that's when he was saying that he wanted to retire. He put it up for sale. I asked my wife if I could buy it. She said no. We talked about it for a little while, and we ended up purchasing it in September of 2017 from my parents. And it has been a journey for my family. It's been a journey for my family when I was a kid, and now my family and Mike is a new journey, new chapter.
I used to live in Lonsdale. It's been 30 years, but the nice thing about Lonsdale, wherever you live, everything is walking distance. So I have one of those little shopping carts, baskets on wheels. And so I would walk down here, and it was still the market when I needed to just pick up bread and milk and things like that, and fill up my basket and walk home. So that was really nice.
Which means we buy beef and hogs from our local farmers. We have about 235 of them.
Wow.
If you come in and say, hey, I'm looking for a quarter beef, or a half a beef, or a whole beef, or half a pig, or a whole pig, that's going to come from one of those 235. Probably one of our, we have 3 or 4 of them that are our favorites. That's probably where we're going to get it from, unless you prefer another one of our farmers. The meat that is on the retail floor here, we strive to go out of our way to support our local farmers by buying from USDA plants. So my dad bought the meat market from the Hornish family and the Klein family. They bought the one in Webster in 1977, and then they bought this Lonsdale one in 1979. My dad, and even myself, were not Czech, but we wanted to make sure that we knew and recognized that we were in this Czech community, and we wanted to serve them the best that we could. So when Nancy Pumper was working with my Uncle Peter and my dad, she'd be making these sausages and grabbing this ingredient, throwing it in, that ingredient, throwing it in. And Peter said, stop, I need to write this down. So we wrote down these recipes. We continue to use these recipes today. And those families come in here and they purchase these sausages from us, and they say, yeah, you're still making it that way. It is still some of the best sausage around. We get told that wherever we go. Another story about the increments, my wife and I, we were at a wedding or marriage retreat a couple years ago, and this woman was describing increments and saying it's a lot like our marriage. It's got this ingredient and that ingredient. None of them sound right because it's pork butt, which is another term for pork trim. Pork butts, it's this spice and that spice, and you know, when it's all together and you read it out, it doesn't sound that great. But when you mix it all together, it's this great sausage. And this woman, I'm in the back row, she holds up this package of internet stuff, and I'm like, ooh, my wife slapped me and said, shut up, you can tell her afterwards. Afterwards, I went up to the woman and I said, you see that little logo? Looks like this right here. On that package of sausage was our logo, and she had purchased it from our store, and it was one of our boys who told her about
it. Oh, that's
it.
amazing.
So it's a fun story to pass along and tell about our internet. My father-in-law is 88 years old, and he says it's better internet than the stuff that he had when he was on the farm when he was a kid.
Any chance anybody in your family is going to start making, and maybe they already do, zelniki? Zelniki is a flat
Czech cracker.
Yeah, it's a Czech cracker made with sauerkraut. It's so good. And honestly, I haven't found any that's been made better than what my mother-in-law made. And unfortunately, she's passed, so I no longer get that delicious. I tried it one time to make it, complete failure. So I've been looking for a really good.
We have the recipe, I'll keep it in mind and present it.
Okay, that would be awesome. Alrighty, well folks, you've got to get down here to Lonsdale right on 123 South Main Street in Lonsdale. You can't forget that, 123 South Main Street. Come on in, check out all the amazing meats and foods they have here, lots of spices, and of course there's kolaches on the tables here that I'm going to grab before I leave. Get in here and check it out.